what a lovely day!
Hey, how we doing tonight? Well, it's night. It's gotten late. I don't feel like I've gotten in enough exercise today, and I know I haven't had enough strength training. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do some jumping jacks and some push-ups. So push-ups are hard for a lot of people, including myself. So I'm going to show you one way tonight on how to do a different set of push-ups to get you going, to get into that groove of how to do them. So first thing we're going to do though is we're going to put on some shoes. Now these are the shoes I'm wearing. They're Under Armour. They're just like regular running type shoes. Shoes are very important. You shouldn't be doing any kind of exercises in, in sandals or shoes that aren't going to provide you enough support. So make sure you put on some shoes. I'm going to put on my shoes right now, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, so you'll see I took off my long sleeve shirt and I put on a little music because, you know what? It's fun to have music on when you're doing some working out. So the first thing I'm going to do is some jumping jacks. Now I'm going to try to do 100. We're not going to record all 100, but I'm going to start out by doing that, and then we'll switch over to the modified push-ups. Okay, so first some jumping jacks and then some modified push-ups. So hopefully this will capture what you need to see. All right, so here we go. 100. We start with 1.
Later.
And 100. Whew, that's harder than you think. But that's 100. If I check my pulse, it says it's 183. 183. My pulse rate got up. And that's great because you want to get your pulse rate up in order to help you burn more calories. That's why sometimes when we looked at the number of steps I took, sometimes it took more steps in a day, but my calorie burn was less than the day previous where I had less steps. Why is that? And that's because, I have to catch my breath. That's because on that larger number one, I just walked. And they were casual walks. They weren't as aggressive. Now, I probably had Elvis with me, so I get to blame him. So I can blame Elvis. If Elvis, you kept me from walking as fast as I need to, which is true. If you're walking your dog, you typically don't go as quick as you could. So that's something to think about. Yes, it is great to get out and walk your dog. They love it. They love walking. Sometimes you need to do something for you. You need to get out, build that up. Now this didn't take that long to do 100 jumping jacks. But it shot up my pulse, not in a bad way, in a good way. So breathing heavy. It got hard for me at the end. I was getting a little wiggly woggly. That was 100. Well, you get up and you say, man, I can't barely do 10. Then do 10. Okay, do what you can. Take a pause. You know, I didn't do 100 a couple times and I just stopped and I said, all right, I gotta catch my breath. I'm not gonna make 100 today. I made half of that. And you pause, take a breath. Maybe do something else. Go do some push-ups like we're gonna do here in a minute. Do that, change it up. And then go back and try to finish out. You should try to get to that 100. That's a number. It doesn't have to be 100. That's my number. So something to think about, okay? So I'm coming in. Sorry for the scary movement. The next thing we're gonna try to do right now is a modified push-up, Okay, we're not gonna do one on the ground. Okay, so I've had to do a modified push-up before. I used to be able to do just regular, I don't want to say army push-ups, but regular army style push-ups, where you're down, you press in, you do that. And I used to do that. I'm not there anymore. I've lost some of my strength in my chest, shoulders and stuff. So I'm going to show you a modified push-up. This might be something you can do. I'm going to hopefully set this camera right here and you'll be able to see it, and we'll go from there. Again, I'm not going to record the whole thing, but just find a corner, an edge, steady edge. All right, you don't want to do this on a table that's going to slide from you because you're going to be leaning against it. Now, the modified push-up is simply this. You just lean, okay, and then do your push-up. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to say, hey man, that doesn't look that hard. And that's the point. This one isn't that hard. It's not as hard as a standard military press, okay? But it gets you used to and gets your muscles reassociated to doing this activity, okay? And then once you've completed this and you feel comfortable where you're just going, oh, I can do other things, then you move to the next step, okay? And you go, well, what the heck's the next step? Well, one, you could try to go back further, okay? Oh, that's a little bit tougher. Bam! All right? It's not much of a change, but it's more work, right? So you do that for a while. And then once you go, okay, well, I've done that for a while. Now what do I do? Well, then you go to the floor, all right? The floor, the dreaded floor. You go to the floor and maybe you start out on your knees, okay? Now, for me, I've got very sensitive knees. It's painful for me to rest them on concrete, for example. So I'd have to put a towel down for me. And that gives me some cushion. But you go on the floor. All right, let me show you. I got a towel here. All right. Happen to have a towel. All right, so let's lay this on the ground where I'll be able to use this. Hopefully the camera shaking is not too bad, right? And you put this down. All right, and then you get your form, but you're on your knees. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. You're on your knees, and then you do press. Now this is a little bit harder than the one we just did, okay? Again, you're getting used to the form. Want to have good form, okay? And you do this. Then once you do your sets of these, and you're getting much better, and you want to progress to the next step, then you go on your toes, okay? Ooh, gosh, that's so hard, right? All right, you build up to it. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna build up to it. That's what you do. Your chest's gonna thank you. Your heart's gonna thank you. It's gonna be good for you, all right? So that's what you do. Now, like I always wear the smartwatch so I can see what my heart rate's doing. Got to get that heart rate up. The heart rate's going to help you achieve the goal of getting fit, getting more energy, and just doing all the things you need to do. All right. This is why we're doing this. This is why I'm doing this. I want to get more fit. All right. So I'm glad you joined me today. Something everybody can do, I think. All right. If you can't do it all, just take your steps. All right. You don't have to have a big weight set. Okay, you could have some small dumbbells. You go, what? This is all I can hide. That's even too much. Here, right? This is all I can start with. Because I got to start somewhere. All right. Oh, wait. Never done these. Haven't done over the head press. I'm going to start with something lighter, right? And then once that becomes too easy, you move up. Oh, okay. This is like 2.5 pounds or 1.5. This is 1.5 pounds, I think. All right. You know what? This feels really light. And I think I can do that. Okay, this is 3 pounds. Ooh, this is getting up there. Right? Okay. I'm going to stick with this one for my 3 sets. 3 sets. 3 sets of 15. All right? By the end of your 3 sets, when you're on that 3rd set, you should really be, when you get towards that end of that 3rd set, you should really feel the struggle, okay? And if you're not feeling the struggle, if it's just, I'm at the end of my 3rd set, woo, I got that done quick, I can go out, you know, get my donut. If you're at that end of 3rd set and it's just too light, you got to get a heavier weight. That's all there is to it. There's no getting around it. If something becomes too easy, you got to go to the next level. All right? The whole point is you work up to that level, okay? When you first started that level, it wasn't easy. Oh my God, I couldn't do 1 set. Okay, if you can't do 1 set, you might want to go down a level, all right? So, try to do 3 sets of whatever the weights are, whether it's 3 sets of push-ups. I want to try to do 3 sets of push-ups, 15 each. 15 might be too little. All right, you might need to go to 20, but let's start out with 15. Work your way up. And then we started out on the modified on the lean here, you know, when we lean down like this. We did those, you know. Oh, I'm going to do a sidearm. No, I can't do that. But you see what I'm saying? You start out something that was uncomfortable, you get through those, you work through those. It's going to be work. Then you go to modified knee, and then you go to the full military press the regular way, all right? That's kind of how we get going. I'm glad I just did the 100 jumping jacks. It really doesn't take long. I don't even know how to do a slow jumping jack. Once you start doing jumping jacks, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's not boom, boom, boom. I can't do that. Do what you can do. Work up to it. Keep going. I'm proud of you guys. If anybody's watching this, I am proud of you for trying to stick to it, and you just move on. That's it. All right. If you got any questions, concerns, you want some motivation, just give me a note in the links below, the comment section below. I'll get back to you. You know that. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great night.
That's all, folks.